going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the pinnacle of folding smartphone design in 2024. And in today's video, we're taking a look at a limited edition Honor and Porsche design collaboration. And so I'm going to talk about the design collaboration and the highlights of that, but also some specific features that I noticed on this smartphone and how far that tech has come, and the things that I like and don't like about folding smartphones in this day and age, and some of the offerings on the market. So we were recently in Barcelona for the announcement of the Honor Magic 6 Pro smartphone, and there we had the opportunity to see this smartphone in the forefront and the collaboration announced, which was a really cool visual experience. As two brands that have a shared vision of performance and design, they decided to come together in a collab that has been seen in the smartphone industry before, and that is the automotive side merging with the smartphone side. And as someone who loves both, it was a really exciting collaboration for me because we were not only able to see the design in action, but at the same time, check out one of the most impressive folding smartphones that is currently available in the market, and that starts with how thin it is, but the unboxing experience. We can't skip the unboxing experience of a collab phone. As soon as you open it up, you're welcomed with the phone itself, as well as a stylus, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, but also a limited edition case that goes along with it. And I think it is a really, really good case to protect your phone, but also enjoy the design element because it emulates the phone's original body, which I think is the best approach for any case. Setting that all aside though, this right here is the Magic V2 RSR. And as soon as you open it up, you're welcomed with the little animation that emulates the back of the Porsche 911. And as you guys have seen on the channel, I've been teasing the video that I'm making of that car since taking delivery about 4 months ago. Beyond that though, some of the other designs in this collab also include the fact that it has that little fly line that emulates the hood of the Porsche 911, and it's built in an agate gray color. It's only available in this color, and that is a very popular color amongst the Porsche 911, and that is also housed by a fiberglass finish, which is not only light but durable. When it comes to some of the practical elements of the hardware, this one comes in at just 4.7 millimeters when it is opened up, which is so thin and barely fits the USB Type-C port on the bottom. But when folded, it comes in at 9.9 millimeters, which is still very thin in the world of smartphones. And with it being completely flush and leaving no gaps between the displays, that is all thanks to the teardrop design, where the display kind of sits in a little well in the middle, and that ensures that there isn't any gaps. All of this also comes in at a weight of just 234 grams. Which, to be honest, is lighter than some single screen smartphones, and that is thanks to the combination of the fiberglass backing as well as the titanium elements of the device. But from a design standpoint, I think it looks incredible. On the topic of the cameras, it is also as flush as it can be. There is a ridge that arches out towards the side here, but it is all enclosed in a singular glass element that protects the elements of the camera lenses, but also keeps it very seamless. And within that, you have a 13 to 62 millimeter focal length throughout 3 different cameras that feature a resolution of 50 megapixels at an f1.9 aperture with OIS, as well as an ultra-wide camera that has a 50 megapixel sensor and an f2.0 aperture, and a telephoto camera that has a 20 megapixel resolution with an f2.4 aperture and OIS. It doesn't have the periscope camera that is found on a typical smartphone, and a lot of that has to do with the thickness, but the camera lineup is still really impressive, and with all of the amazing features in the camera that Honor has, I'm really satisfied with this lineup, especially with the main camera being very good at a 50 megapixel resolution and an f1.9 aperture, but still having a very respectable sensor size throughout the secondary and the third camera as well. Before we move on though, I want to give a huge thanks to today's sponsor, Soundcore, and their new flagship Boom 2 Plus speaker for the summer. For starters, this right here is a speaker that features a groundbreaking bass of 140 watts max, with a standard of 100 watts. It features the booming bass with Bass Up Technology 2.0 and dual 4.5-inch woofers, which provides better sound quality and stronger bass over the original Bass Up technology. On top of that, the battery life is 20 hours, and you can also go ahead and fine-tune all the settings with the Soundcore app, including EQ, and you can also directly enable the bass boost from the speaker itself.
making that thing swing back, yeah.
And it also features IPX7 water resistance, dust resistance, and it is also floatable. I also love the fact that this one in particular has these party lights that you're able to change and circle through the RGB to give it a bit of an ambient light effect as well, especially in the evening. It really is an incredible package, and it comes in at a price point of $250, making it the most powerful bass speaker under the price of $400. The other model in the lineup though is the Soundcore Motion Boom Plus, and the Boom 2 Plus is the upgraded version of this product. It features a slightly smaller form factor, and it is also lighter, but it has all of the great features, including the structure of how the speakers are laid out. You have an 80-watt booming sound that is delivered by two 30-watt woofers and a pair of 10-watt tweeters, but it uses the original Bass Up 1.0 technology. These are both really good options of portable speakers for the summer that just give you an immense amount of power and a crazy battery life. So if you want to check them out for yourself, I'm going to leave a link down below to both of these speakers in the description section. The front features a 6.43-inch external screen, and the inside features a 7.92 inner screen, which is essentially having a tablet in your pocket. We've seen different approaches to folding smartphones. Some of them kind of look like a candy bar, they're a bit narrower, and the front screen is really only intended for quick things and to take advantage of a slimmer form factor of a folding phone, but this one was taking the route of being a singular phone when folded, but when you open it up, you have a mini tablet-like experience that then allows you to take advantage of the full display. And I think the execution of this format makes a lot of sense because it just maximizes your overall productivity. Even though I really like phones that just flip halfway, this is one where if you're a foldable phone lover or you're finally thinking of making the leap, you're going to be able to enjoy the experience of having a full-fledged smartphone without a compromise of a smaller front screen, while being able to just enjoy multimedia and productivity in a multi-screen format. I also really like to use these phones folded up like this, sitting on the table, playing a video, but you can also take advantage of the stylus, which allows you to take notes, navigate the screen, and unlike some of the other folding phones that also allow you to use a stylus, it works on the front display as well. And so being a display that will attract a bit more fingerprints because of the finish, this is able to kind of fix that. And so if you're eating, just using this to navigate makes things a lot easier. And if you want to set this on like your bedside table, it also has an always on element that displays the clock and the time. And so having these functions and having these options to be able to utilize that display in this form factor is what really comes in handy for any smartphone out there, especially if you're trying to evaluate whether or not you should go ahead and purchase a folding phone. The display itself also has a peak brightness of 2500 on the outside and 1600 on the inside. And going back to the hinge durability, it really is top notch. This does feel like a nice click to it. It does have like sort of positions that it likes to be in, but I just love how the phone just magnetically clicks when it wants to fold into place. And when you open it up, the crease is relatively minimal. When it comes to performance though, who do I think the smartphone is for? And I think it's really gonna be focused on productivity because it isn't exactly the most comfortable when it comes to gaming due to its size and shape, but it can have multiple displays, apps, productivity windows open, and it is able to handle everything. With the 1 terabyte storage, 24 gigabytes of RAM, as well as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, this is a phone that is extremely capable, and the 5000 milliamp hour battery life is able to last long enough. There are options on the market for folding phones that have a larger battery, but the battery on this phone is to be able to support the thinness of the device, and that is why it really is a pinnacle of engineering and innovation with the display tech that they were able to fit in with this form factor while also doing a design collab and the 3-camera element as well. It really is a device where if you're looking for the really best in terms of design and tech, you're going to be paying for it, especially with the brand name attached to it as well. Nevertheless, it is really fun, and it does get me excited to be able to check out this phone and being able to like film it in my car, and the collab that it was made for really brings together what tech is all about. And as someone who loves tech, cars, and design, this really is the product that exemplifies all of these years of reviewing smartphones and seeing it come together into what it is in 2024. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.